All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Oh, hello. Good to see you. Hello, Scott. Who else we got? Dennis. Hello. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in like hours. Good evening. Hello. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. If you're just jumping in, tonight we're going to be bottling some mead. I'm really nervous about it. When I say really nervous, I mean incredibly excited. It is raspberry lime mead. I don't know who chose it. This is before I took good notes, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Maybe I'll ship a bottle to people I like instead of people that earned it this week. I don't know. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just jumping in and you don't know what I do, I make mead every single week, every single Saturday. Come out with a brand new batch of mead. Just starting my brand new categories this week. So if you're just jumping in and you've never seen me before, now is the time. Give me a follow. We're going to be starting my pop culture series this Saturday with your Skyrim Mead. There is one of two ways to get mead shipped to you from me. One of them is that pop culture series. I have a pop culture pin post up in my TikTok side here. And if you suggest an awesome flavor in the comment section on that pin post, I will tag you across the process when I make it and then ship you a bottle of it when it's all done. I can tell you for sure there's some really awesome ones in the works that I am so excited about that I want to tell you about that I'm not going to. The other way is to subscribe to these lives. I will be shipping bottles of these lives when they're all done to people to suggest these flavors. And same process, I'll be tagging you across the process. So two ways to earn mead for free from me. The subscription costs you a little bit, but it helps support what I do, and you potentially could get meat out of it. I can tell you right now is the time to join because there's only a handful of people picking. So I'll put a pin post up next week. So keep an eye out for that for subscribers only. I'll be taking some flavor suggestions, and don't worry if you suggest something awesome and you get a bottle, and then you suggest another thing awesome. I'll still pick that. Don't worry. You might get two bottles of two different things. So it's going to highest awesomeness, if that makes sense. So stay tuned. I can't wait. If you got a good one, yeah, save it. Save it. If you can't relate it to pop culture and put it in that pin post, save it for the subscriber-only post next week. And yeah, maybe you'll get some. It'll be awesome. Outside of that, I make mead every single Saturday. All of my recipes and methods are absolutely free. All you have to do is watch along, buy your own equipment and supplies, and you can do this yourself. Replicate everything. My recipes are permanently free. All of them. You can replicate everything I'm doing at home. So don't worry. It's going to be awesome. It's pop culture. Yeah, put it in the pin post. Put it in the pin post. I know of a couple people that are already going to get some. And I'm incredibly excited about a few of them. Incredibly excited. But you guys know, you better than anybody, I get excited about a lot of things. So yeah, the Skyrim Mead comes out this Saturday, kicking off the pop culture series. Cannot wait. Following Saturday, kicking off the Norse Meads with our goddess Freya. So I can't wait to show you that. That'll be cool. Leading up to it, as of the schedule right now, that Friday before, I'll show you some really cool stuff that I learned about Freya. Leading into why I picked what I did. Going into Saturday's Freya Mead. The week after that, we're starting our 13 Colonies Meads. That's going to be really awesome, kicking off with Virginia. And if you want to talk about being nervous about a batch, I'm nervous about Virginia. But we'll see. So stay tuned. Hello, good evening, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. And good morning if you're Dan. I say good morning a lot. Sometimes I actually started doing it on purpose. I had a team of people that I worked with, and it just became a running joke because I would say good morning, and then I would do it naturally. Like, it just what came out of my mouth. It didn't matter what time of day it was. That's where my brain went to say good morning. So I do it often by mistake. Either way, it might be morning to you. And if it's not, maybe you took a nap and it feels like morning to you. Good morning. Should be a lot of fun, though. Stay tuned. 9 o'clock tonight. Every Wednesday, I go live to show you different steps of the mead making process. Tonight, we're going to be bottling raspberry lime mead. It's right here, right off camera. So at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time exactly, I will be rearranging the cameras. And we will get started. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll have a little cocktail afterwards. Hardcore, 9:30. I'm getting off, going to sleep. But I'll be around until then. So, hello. If you're just jumping in and you're new here, let me know where you're from. Give the wrong greeting the wrong time of day. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. And I would be in trouble a lot. I would be in trouble a lot. What? Can we call it Rhyme Mead? Yeah, I think that's a good name for it. I think you're onto something, Nicholas, and good evening. Rhyme Mead. I like it. I'm sure you never got in trouble. Rhyme Mead. I meant to replace my little post-it note on it. It keeps falling off. It's old. It's batch 13 of the live meads, though. So that's come a long way. And then now I'm officially caught up. Once this is bottled, my live meads are where they should be. So I'll be running a rotation of 6. That will put them in a good rotation here. So to take, my calculations are right, about 4 months from beginning to end. And then you'll get a bottle shipped to you. It'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. If you want some mead for yourself, these Wednesday lives are where you get it. Make sure you check out those subscriber-only posts. Suggest an awesome flavor. If I pick your flavor, I will tag you across the process. I'll shoot you a direct message asking you where I can send it when it's all done, and I'll ship you a bottle of it for free for you. It'll cost a little bit of money for me, but it is my small thank you for joining us here. So stay tuned. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. And subscribe if you're on TikTok. That's what really helps me keep going what I'm doing. If you're on the YouTube side, watch a lot of my videos in my playlist. They look for actual play hours, watch hours on YouTube, and that would really help me out. If you watched a bunch of Mead videos, all of them are under 10 minutes. A vast majority of them are under 7 minutes. All you have to do is watch it and then hit like. You can actually hit before you go to sleep tonight. Would really help me out. You know, just start a playlist on YouTube and just let it run all night. Make sure your phone's plugged in. Not saying that, you know, you should have some ideas. That's a good one, though, if you're on YouTube. Good evening. It is currently 8:51. For whatever reason, my clock's not showing up on my camera here. So I will be looking back and forth at my computer down here to remind me what time it is. 9 o'clock-ish. Exactly-ish. We're going to get started. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully I won't knock anything over and spill it tonight. We'll see. I've done it a couple times. A couple times I haven't. We'll see. I did just realize one thing I forgot, but that's pretty typical of me too. So we're going to run with it. We're going to run with it. It's all right. It's all right. I got a backup plan that I just made up behind the scenes. You saw it live. Hello, welcome, welcome. Are we talking about tacos? It's Wednesday. I know. I always forget something. This one was minor though. Like I usually have a drain bucket that I put my siphon in when I'm done bottling it, and I forgot it. So that's all right. I'm gonna use a little bin I have over here instead, and it'll be harder to clean out, but it'll be doable. Woo! Good evening. I mean, that's true. Well, it depends. It depends. Tacos are overeaten in my house. We've done it historically, like, the white people tacos. I'm kind of tired of them. I love me an authentic taco. I had some authentic Puerto Rican tacos, which I don't know if you knew was a thing. I didn't. Tonight, some pork Puerto Rican tacos at my local Puerto Rican / Italian store. That's a true story. I promise I'm not making it up. There's a very cool Italian guy named Tony that married his lovely wife is from Puerto Rico, and they opened a restaurant, so they have a mixture of the two foods. And some of it's pretty intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. You read stuff and you're like, I don't know if I like all those ingredients. Some of it's pretty tasty. So I wouldn't say best food. And I have a good friend from Puerto Rico, and my argument with her very consistently is because she says the same thing. Puerto Rican food's great. My argument is, why are there not Puerto Rican restaurants everywhere? Right? We have Mexican restaurants everywhere. We have Chinese restaurants everywhere. We have Italian restaurants everywhere. If Puerto Rican food is that good, why aren't there Puerto Rican restaurants everywhere? I think we both know the answer to that. You're wrong. The answer is you're wrong. No. I mean, like, yeah, if you live in like a Puerto Rican neighborhood, of course there's going to be Puerto Rican restaurants. I'm saying the general public doesn't eat Puerto Rican food. English food. So I have another good friend from England. I only see him every few years. He flies out here. And hey, Rogue. Good evening. And he gains weight. His biggest complaint is every time he's here, he gains weight. But I make fun of him for eating beans for breakfast. And it's not like beans, like black beans is a common like Mexican breakfast that I can get behind 100%. The English stuff is like beanie weenies. It's like pork and beans. I don't know. I don't think it's a good breakfast. Especially when they put it on toast and they put cheese on top of it. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, Spanish food is Mexican, but I would argue that every Mexican would slap you for saying Puerto Rican is the same thing as Mexican. Because that's what you're implying. Yeah. I'm not saying it. I don't know enough about English food. I can't pick a side of that argument. I can tell you, beanie weenies for breakfast is weird. I mean, Mexican food is my favorite genre. I know that's cliche. It's very common. But you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Mexican food. And a good, like, carne asada taco with some spicy sauce all day long. All day long. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I don't respect the English. I mean, I will say the Vikings hated them for a very long time, and then the Americans hated them for a very long time. I mean, like, if, two corners of the world hate you, maybe it's you. But that's all I'll say about England. I don't know. Hello, Evan. Good evening. Bean mead. I mean, my day was pretty amazing. How was yours? I'm trying to think if I've ever made bean mead before. I've definitely never made like a common bean. I I used something looked like a bean. Green Carmadon, maybe? That kind of looked like beans. I don't know if it's technically a bean or not. I don't know. I don't have any idea, actually, now that we're saying it out loud. Green Carmadon from, I think it was from India. Bean mead. Dan's getting 15 bottles of bean mead. Kidney beans, black-eyed beans, what else? Refried beans mead? It will put you on the toilet in both directions, guaranteed. Guys, it's 8:58. If you walked in at the wrong time, if you're just joining us, it is currently almost 8:59, which means we will be starting in just over 1 minute. I am going to move the camera, and we're going to be bottling some mead live. Raspberry lime mead. I'll show you the whole process of the bottling process, which is my third step of 3. And then I'll taste it and tell you what I think of raspberry lime mead. So it'll be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Just over a minute. Llama beans. Not a bad. Wasabi mead came from YouTube. I love me some wasabi. I hate spicy drinks, as most of you know. But that one intrigues me. Wasabi mead. Refried beans for Cinco de Mayo. I mean, I made a margarita mead for Cinco de Mayo. That was amazing. If you've never had margarita mead, you haven't watched the right videos of mine. Shame on you. It is a different spicy. You're right. I still don't think... Is there wasabi flavored anything? I know there's wasabi flavored like peanuts. But that's all I can think of. I don't know. It's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna rearrange the camera and we're gonna get started. It should be a lot of fun. I hope. Hopefully I won't make too big of a mess without my plan. But we'll see. So just a quick agenda. I'm gonna rearrange the camera and I'm gonna say thank you so much to you guys for being here. And then I'm going to introduce myself like you're not here. I won't be reading your comments. Please feel free to make fun of me during the time. Comment with each other. Keep the algorithm going. Hit like 1,000,000 times. That's what really helps out. And then after we're all done, I'll taste it. And I'll tell you what I think of it. The whole process will take less than 10 minutes. Bottling, tasting it, showing you exactly what I think. And then I'll rearrange the camera back to where we are now. We're going to break that fourth wall. And I will tell you a little bit more in depth what I think, and we'll have a good time for about 30 more minutes. So stay tuned. Thank you so much again for letting me be here. It'll be a lot of fun. Give me 1 second. It's my happy place. Being here with you guys on Wednesday. There she is. We just got to get centered, and I had it centered before because I did this last week too. That's about right. That's about right. What do you think? No, it's not. No. Boom. Way off. Come on. It was not way off. Just a little off. Good enough. You guys are killing me. Killing me. This way. All right. There we go. That's closer. All right, good? Good? Is that good? Better. All right, we got a better, and there you go. I mean, sure. All right, we're going to run with it. I'm just going to trust some of you. We're going to run with it. The other portion of you... I don't like it. Nope. You're right. You were right. Should have trusted you. All right. Let's redo. Somebody say when. I am pretty confident that this is going to be what you're going to get, though. Because guess what? I don't have that kind of tolerance. Are we happy? Are we happy with that? Win. Perfect. I like it. Thank you. All right, again, Skull. See you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Can't see your comments. I'll see you on the other side. Stay tuned. When I say goodbye, I'm not saying goodbye to you. I'm saying goodbye to the future you that will be watching this on replay. I'm going to move the camera around and we'll talk some more afterwards. So, here we go. Good evening and welcome to the Old Cat's Meadery. Tonight we're going to be bottling raspberry lime mead. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to love it. So every Wednesday I go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to show you different stuff of the mead making process. Tonight we're bottling mead. Step 3. It's the final step. It's going to be awesome. So this is our airlock. This mead has been sitting for a few months now. Everything is clarified as much as it can. This is our secondary process. 1 gallon glass carboy. All of the yeast that was dissolved has dropped to the bottom, so we're going to be very careful. There's like a moon dust style surface to the bottom of that. We don't want to disturb it. This is my 3-piece airlock I'm going to remove. It's got a little bit of water in there to make sure nothing got inside. I've got 4 bottles set up here, and then this is my mini hand pump siphon. So these work in a couple different ways. I remove the regulator on the tip of this because it makes it easier with 2 hands versus having 3. Also, it gives you a little bit more control when it comes to hand pumping. You can also use gravity, but if you're going to do that, keep the regulator on there so you can stop the gravity as quickly as you can. If you want to know a little bit more about that situation, watch any of my Mead videos on Saturdays or come back for a step 2 process on a Wednesday night. I'll show you how the gravity portion works as well. So we're going to insert this guy just a little bit because there's not a lot of airspace in here on this batch. And I don't want it to overflow. So we're going to give it a few pumps and kind of get a little bit of weight in the bottom of that first bottle. And then we have a little bit more room to kind of sink this a little bit further. I am going to try to avoid touching that bottom until the last second if I need to. These 1 gallon glass carboys will fill up about 4.5 of these 750 milliliter or typical style wine bottles. So a few pumps is all you're going to need. You want to be kind of straight and careful here. There is a chance that you can get air bubbles, which is why you wouldn't want to hand pump bigger batches than this. That's a little overfilled there, but it's too late now. You can do what they call oxidizing your mead, and that can, make it flat, gross. It can open it up to some contamination as well, but we're not worried about it. You know why? Just because. I am going to just continue to pump until we are right at the bottom of that neck there. And then I know just from my experience that the weight of that glass straw, if we fill that about halfway through that neck, it will drop down right to the bottom of the neck, making a perfect filled bottle. This is what I tried to do in that first one, but like I said, too late. We're halfway done already. I haven't knocked anything over or spilled anything. It's almost like we did this on purpose tonight. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, over 20,000 years ago. There's also evidence in Asia, China specifically, about 10,000 years ago, and of course, Central America, Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, and did it better than everybody else. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's probably one of the most awesome attributes that you have. And that's without knowing you too well. Maybe you have some more awesome ones. I don't know. It's definitely the most awesome that we have in common without knowing you. Alright, last bottle. So I did drop the hand pump siphon to the bottom of this. It has a little bit of a cap on it, which it's about a 1/2 inch, between a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, where it will not allow you to suck anything below that. So theoretically, if you don't move. Once you drop to the bottom there and stir that stuff up, you will not get any sediment into your bottles. Theoretically. There's been many times, as you can imagine, like that moon dust that I keep referencing is incredibly slick, so you want to be careful there. Four bottles. Easy peasy. Now the rest doesn't matter. We're going to set this guy aside without spilling everything, hopefully. All right. Double lever corker. These are pretty cool and really easy to use. Little cork goes right in that hole there. And then just clamps right onto the top of that bottle. And then you need some elbow grease here. We've gotten some arguments about this before. There are floor corkers that take less elbow grease, but they're not fun. They're not fun, and you don't get to show off your forearms for TikTok or YouTube. I don't know why you'd buy a floor corker, to be honest with you. These guys are fun. If you like pulling muscles. 2 bottles. 3 bottles. I don't know how it tastes yet. But I will likely ship these 3 bottles away. I do have a small project I need to work on with them first. But if you want one, shoot me a direct message. And then I have these temporary corks. I'm going to pull this right back off. But I think these are awesome, so I like to advertise them. I bought these at Walmart. They're like in the utensil section. You can put them on like temporary corks. I buy them and just use it for my 4th bottle that I go through. So, like I said, raspberry lime mead. We're done. 3 bottles that are corked and ready to go. This 4th one we're going to try and pour some out right now. So I can tell you what I think. It is a beautiful color. I noticed that somebody, I couldn't tell who, had mentioned that already. Look at that. It is just like red. It's beautiful. It smells like limes. It definitely is citrus. Let's try it. It's awesome. It even has like a little carbonation sting to it. Like I don't see it in the bottles. I don't feel it. But like maybe a little tartness. It's definitely, yeah, got a little bit of that sour from the lime. It's raspberry mead though. It's really great raspberry flavor. Really great honey undertone. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I've never made a berry mead that I don't like. This one is up there. It's a great, fantastic, and easy mead to make. I know it's 3 pounds of frozen, defrosted, brought to room temperature raspberries. I think this one specifically had 6 limes that were sliced. It's fantastic. Next time, maybe I'd put like 4 or 5 limes in it. Just dumb it down just a tiny bit. Mostly because the smell is all you get is lime. But other than that, it's almost perfect. I'm really happy with it. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I go live every Wednesday doing a different step of the mead making process. Next week we'll be starting a brand new batch from scratch. So come back next Wednesday. And then every Saturday I come out with a brand new batch of mead that falls into 1 of 4 categories. Those categories just reset and started this coming week. Is my pop culture series. So come back, you'll see a very simplistic version of your Skyrim mead, the video game Skyrim. And then after that, we go into the Norse series with the goddess Freya, making a mead per Norse god or goddess, hopefully worthy of their attention. After that, starting the 13 colonies meads with Virginia. Very nervous about that one, but come back and watch it anyway. It should be a lot of fun. And then we'll rotate those 3 categories till we get into September, and the holiday meads come back. I have 2 amazing holidays in September alone that are already well into the works. I can't wait to show you. So thank you so much for watching this evening's live. I will be back next Wednesday live to show you the first step of the mead making process, starting something from scratch. So again, thank you so much for letting me be here and be part of this amazing community. I can't wait to see you again. Skull, thank you so much. All right, we did it. We did it. Look at that. It's beautiful. I don't care for straight anymore, so don't argue with me. There we go. I did forget to mention, I was just thinking about it when I said I'll see you next time. I will not be live tomorrow morning. I'm usually live every Thursday morning to kind of see what you guys thought. I won't be live tomorrow morning. But I will be back Sunday morning, 7 a.m. To see what you guys think of Saturday's batch. And if you have any other comments from today's batch, I'll be there. So, hello. What did you guys think? What do we think? I'll get you a little closer. A little more intimate, if you will. It is beautiful, right? It is beautiful. I like it. I like it. It's a really good mead. Really good mead. Like I mentioned, I think it's a little strong. A little strong on the lime side. And I think it's the smell. I don't think it's the taste. Because like when you put it up to your face, you get a little, I don't want to say like cleaning stuff because I've used that like term before. But that's citrus. You get a lot of citrus in the nose. It's good though. It's really good. It's going to be perfect for like this 90, 100 degree weather that we're all experiencing. All of us except for the Michigan folk. I mean, everybody else, it's really hot out. I'm just kidding. Last time I said that and tried to make fun of Scott, he turned around and was like, you know, it's 10 degrees hotter today here than it is there. And I had to apologize. So, it is a cool color. I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I've got a couple projects I need to do with this, some picture taking mostly. But yeah, if you want a bottle, shoot me a direct message. I'll send you one. Well, that goes for the top three, the first three. 91 here yesterday. So it was high 90s here yesterday. Today I think it hit 101. And it felt like several degrees more than that too. Sweater weather. The Texans are hardcore. But I think Scott would come back and say, you know, if you get a dusting of snow, the planet shuts down. Where he straps tennis rackets to his shoes and walks to work. That's what I heard. This is a perfect mead for hot weather. So it works. Yeah, where did I hear? I was talking to somebody earlier today, and it was like, I can't remember where it was. Somewhere hit like 80 degrees, and it might have been England even. And like, because a lot of the houses don't have air conditioners, they had like portions of the cities would shut down because like 80 degrees is so much hotter than they're used to. The flooding. Everybody has their own crappy weather, right? Like, I would argue that Maryland, the weather's not so bad. We get really good, like, distinct 4 seasons here. Like, every of the 4 seasons is incredibly different from one another. If you go somewhere like Florida, you basically get 2 seasons, right? And if you go too far north, it's the same thing. You get 2 seasons. So we get all 4 seasons here. But it still sucks. It's worst traffic in the world. That's what I would argue about Maryland. Jet ski on the highway. You laugh. I've seen that. I saw like a news report where people had jet skis out there in a flood. I don't think it was Texas though, but it's still inappropriate. Like, people are losing everything that they've had in their whole lives, and you go jet skiing past, you know, and then towing somebody on a raft behind you. In a leisure manner. If you're doing it in a respect manner, that's okay. But if you're like, I'm getting my surfboard out today, that's disrespectful. Iowa, like the weather changes that fast. I feel like, you know, it's like certain parts of the country that's absolutely true. and like you get that consistent message from everybody there. Um, Maybe the apocalypse is coming. Maybe it is. I am well versed in the barter system, and I'm ready to trade if it does. So bring me your skills if you want some mead. I would say that the biggest problem here is there's a couple problems that I really have with traffic. Being from Missouri, born in Missouri, the first one is there's no left lane laws here. You can just drive as slow as you want in the left lane of a highway. Doesn't matter. Missouri, it's for passing only. It's for passing only, and you will get pulled over and given a ticket if you're in the driving in the left lane consistently. So that's a big problem here. And the reason why is because we have a lot of left exits on highways. So whatever, I almost said a big bad word there, but whatever politician in the past in Maryland decided that left exit lanes on highways was a good idea is a moron. An absolute moron, and there's no excuse. There's no convincing otherwise. You're a moron, and I hope you see this. I'm done. I'm done my rant. We're back to positivity. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Yep, no. You can drive 15 miles under the speed limit in the left lane here. Doesn't matter. I've seen cops, and I've seen this before. So ethical or not my decision to make. I've seen cops turn the lights on in the left lane just to get people to move out of the way so they can go. They'll turn the lights right back off as soon as that person moves out of the way, just to get them out of the left lanes. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and we should protest. Good evening. Welcome to the Old Gods Meeting. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. New Jersey, though, you can't even get your own gas. That's a silly thing too. Yeah, we got sidetracked. We're not talking about mead anymore. You guys got me sidetracked. So yeah, raspberry lime mead. I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. I think color is the coolest thing. It's a beautiful red. A beautiful red. Look, beautiful red. You can't go wrong. It is. Do I have my other one here? I don't. I was hoping to have my other raspberry flavor here. Oh, I do. This is the raspberry lemon I made a few weeks ago. Raspberry lime. Look at that. Pretty cool. I'll take it all day long. All day long. Your raspberries are still young, aren't they? Did I get a new phone? What do you notice that's different? I did, yes. Is the camera quality different, or because they told me it would be, but I don't know. Yeah, you have time. It'll turn out this color. Don't worry. Better quality. Okay, cool. I hope that's true because they told me it was going to be. So I hope that's true. I like it. I like it. I actually, I'm one of those people that like. I'm the same way with cars. I keep my phone until like it died, until it like blew up and shocked me. The problem is, I have a lot of stuff stored on the memory for like these meat batches, and the glass on the back side started chipping. So I'm like, all right, it's time. I was due for an upgrade anyway. Who knows how long ago? So I took advantage of it. And I'm not a big Verizon fan, but if you're a Verizon, person, they have some really good, just like you just pay monthly, like no out-of-pocket stuff. So How do I make it last long? Like, are you talking about like the mead lasting a long time? It doesn't center as good. No, that's me. That's me. I'm also juggling YouTube though. I'm framing two cameras in one. After bottling, so what I do to keep it, I have stuff that's a few years old. But what I do, I typically is I box it back up. So I'll put it in the boxes that I order the bottles in. I have like one here, for instance. I always get this out before my lives because I keep some of my older batches in here. And fold them up so they don't get any light. And yeah, I store it that way. I mean, it's whatever the iPhone is now, the newer iPhone. I don't want to turn anybody off though. I don't have anything against Android. I just have an iPhone. iPhone 2000. I think this one is the 2008. As Fergie would say, that's so 3000 and late, or is it vice versa? This one's 3008, you're so 2000 and late. I think I had it right. For all those Black Eyed Peas fans out there. Yeah, I think it's a 15. And like all jokes aside, I think it's the 15. All I know is I have twice as much memory now, which I'm incredibly excited about. And a dummy like me was able to transfer everything by myself. I didn't even have to ask the wife for help. It was like literally like, do you want to transfer all your cool stuff to this phone? And I'm like, yes. And it was like that easy. And then it just took a while for everything to like move over. Fergalicious. I tell you what, you know, she went through some controversy, like Peter Pan's on stage or something. I don't care. I still like her. You guys are doing a great job keeping me distracted tonight. You have me for 5 more minutes, and then we're cutting it off, because you guys are out of control. Out of control. Oh yeah, you're not up to date with your Fergie news. That was a long time ago. On stage. But you know what? If you don't like her, I think you're crazy. I think that's where that conversation lands. Who doesn't like Fergie? Or Black Eyed Peas in general. $2 a.m. Well, I'm so glad you're here. I don't have to get up that early. I'm going to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. For the new gig, which is why I won't be here for live tomorrow. I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention that. But I will be back Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to show you this week's mead. Everything's done. Because of my work schedule kind of moving around a little bit, I did record all of it and got it ready. Usually Thursday mornings, I think some of you guys know this, like my personal schedule. Thursday mornings I go live, and then when I shut the live off, I usually prep that Saturday's, the final stuff of that Saturday's mead. But I did it this past weekend instead, knowing that my schedule will be a little bit too tight this week. And yeah, I can't wait to show you. I want to give you hints. But it's this one is a Skyrim mead, so you can probably predict some of the ingredients in it. This is a very simplistic version of it. I definitely narrowed down what I use, what I thought would actually make an impact on the flavor. So it can be easily replicated in an inexpensive way. So stay tuned. Your Skyrim mead, just to kick off the pop culture series, comes this Saturday. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome. One of the ingredients is honey. You got it. Honey, water, yeast. Okay, I'll give you a little hint. 2 ingredients after that. Yeah. It's still very Skyrim based though. A couple like it's not. Wait till Saturday. Wait till Saturday. Not gonna give you any more hints. But if you're familiar with the video game Skyrim, one of the biggest video games of all time, I actually have a couple fact videos that I'll put out on Friday, kind of giving you a little bit that I learned about the video game Skyrim. I've actually never played it myself, but it is an incredibly popular video game. There is a lore through it that I actually talk about in one of the videos, where there's actual books that you can read inside the video game, and it equated to something like the Lord of the Rings series, like in volume, on how many like words there were that you could actually read just to understand some of the lore of the environment there. But they also add in some mead recipes. So if you type in like video game mead, Skyrim is always going to be your number one hit there, which is why I wanted to start the pop culture series off with that, because I think it's the most universally recognized video game that recognizes mead. So stay tuned, it should be a lot of fun. And then again, next Wednesday, I'll be starting a brand new batch of Mead live here on TikTok and YouTube. So stay tuned, should be a lot of fun. I will be putting a post up on TikTok solely that is for subscribers on TikTok only. There you can suggest a flavor. And if I pick your flavor for next Wednesday, I'll make sure and tag you in those videos, so you'll be tagged in this live as well next Wednesday, and I'll ship you a bottle of it in a few months when it's all done on me. So if you're on the YouTube side, you have to go to my playlist and just right before you go to sleep hit, shuffle and watch all of my videos on my playlist to kick up those watch hours, and then that'll make me a happy person. And if you tell me you did that and I can confirm you did that, I'll ship you a bottle of mead too. You're welcome. So, either way, I'll be back next Wednesday here live to show you the beginning process of mead making. So the primary process, I will have my 2-gallon fermenting bucket. All ingredients will go in it. I'll seal it up. I'll show you exactly how I do it. If you missed tonight, YouTube, it'll auto repost. TikTok, I will try to repost it tomorrow if it allows me to, but you missed it. We bottled this raspberry lime mead. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. I'm almost done this glass, but it's beautiful. Look at it. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's all I have. Come back this Saturday. Gonna wrap stuff up. I'm very excited. So the new categories kick off this Saturday. Pop culture series. The week after is my Norse gods and goddess series. The week after that is your 13 colonies series. Those 3 will rotate through August, and then early September I'll show you an awesome holiday mead, and we'll kick that 4th category off, and then all 4 will rotate for the remainder of this year. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said, I have some really amazing flavors that you've never seen before. You'll never guess what they are. They're complete creativity. I'm really proud of them. I hope they turn out okay, but you'll see in the future. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. If you guys need anything at all, shoot me a direct message. And I will miss you deeply tomorrow morning. But I will see you again Sunday, and you will see me every day before then through the videos. So I'll talk to you guys all real soon. Thank you again so much for letting me be here and be part of this amazing community. This is my happy spot. This is what drives me. And I will never be able to thank you enough. So, good night for now. I'll see you all real soon. And Skull. It's great. It's so good. You should make it.